Alright, in this video, we're going to talk about a solution of 3.4.3, talk about the arc length and the area of a sector. So recall the sector, okay? The arc length is what we consider as how far I go. So that will be the arc right there. We need two conditions. One is the radius of the circle R and the central angle theta. Now recall the central angle theta, we're going to keep it in the radian unit. Then how about the area of a sector? The area of a sector we're going to talk about is how much pizza I ate. So the area of the sector is equal to 1/2 the radius square times the central angle theta. Again, the angle had to be in the radians. We're going to see if we need to do any conversion from the degree to radian. But other than that, just plug it in. Enjoy the formula. So number one tells us, given those information, we're going to use the arc length formula to figure out the unknown. So seeing is believing, knowing that as the arc length is always equal to the radius times the central angle theta, what you see is what you got. Since we know that 3 it's my arc length and the radius is equal to 5 miles, and I want to figure out the angle theta. So do not overthink. Undo. Times 5 means divide by 5. So therefore, what you see is what you got. You got the angle theta. It's equal to 3/5. That's it. What is my unit? The unit will be in radian. Okay. Now in classroom, some of you will say that, so I have no clue about radians. Now 3/5 will be 0.6, right? So if I ask you to do the conversion, which will be from radians to degree, so I need to times the conversion key. Because that is in the radian, so which means I don't want to see the pi, I'm going to use 180 degree over pi. So yes, once I put this in my fancy calculator, I will get a degree. So this is about 35 degree. So that may more sense about how big it's my radians. So you're looking for this guy, you will say that how far I go. If this is a 35 degree and my radian of the circle is 5 miles, how far I go, that will be my arc length, that will be the outside how far I go. So that is equal to 3 miles. Okay, now moving on to number 2. So what you see is what you got. So same thing, we are given the wonderful formula. The arc length is equal to the radius times my central angle. What you see is what you got. So given the S is equal to 6 feet and the central angle theta is equal to 1/2 radian. So plug it in, I got R times 1/2. That's it. Now, if you say that no calculator, divide by 2, I'm going to both sign times 2. So therefore, the opposite cancel out the 2. So I got R, it's equal to 12. Now, apples or donut, what is my unit? We are talking about in feet. So this will be what you see, it's what you got. Perfect. Moving on, number 3. So given a formula, it is the arc length is equal to the radius of the circle times the central angle. What you see is what you got. We know that the radius is 3 inches and the central angle is 120 degree. Again, we talk about I need to convert a degree to radian. So I need to times my key, pi over 180 degree. What I don't want, keep at the denominator. So degree cancel out, 0 cancel out, and 12 and 18 can both divide by 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2, and 18 divided by 6 is 3. And what else we can cancel out? 3 and 3 cancel out. So what do I left? I got 2 times pi. Now this is my arc length. I have a unit, so the unit will be inches, okay? Now this is a perfect whole number. Or you can say exact value. Now, if you say that, Ms. O, I have no clue. 2 pi is what? Recall, if I change that to a decimal, pi just 3.1415, something like that, right? So 2 times 3.14, about 6 point something. So you can say that if I convert that to a decimal, I can give you 3 decimals. So 6.283, and the unit still be inches. So far so good? All right, moving on. Number 4. So smile, we are given the formula for the arc length is equal to the radius times the central angle. So what you see is what you got. Given my arc length is equal to 2, and I don't know about my radius, leave me alone, but I do know my angle is equal to 1/3 radian. So plug it in. Okay, no calculator. Undo it. Divide by 3, the opposite will be times 3 on both sides. So the 3 and 3 cancel out. I got R, it's equal to 6. Apples or donut? What's my unit? It's in meter. So this is what we mentioned about math is fun. We do not need a calculator. Moving on, number 5 and 6, what you see is what you got. We need to get 2 outcomes. One is the length of my arc, and the other is the area of the sector, the slice of the pizza. So recall, how far I go, will be my length of the arc. So I need 2 conditions. One is, do I know my radius? Yes. Do I know my central angle? Yes. So what we are waiting for? Well, so the arc length is equal to the radius times the angle. So what you see is what you got. 2 times 2 pi over 3. Now remember, top, bottom. So I get 4 pi over 3. This is my exact value. Nothing wrong with that. And this story talking about the unit is in feet. So how far I travel, that will be 4 pi over 3. And yes, if you say that, can I give you a decimal? Why not? You're going to times the pi, right? So I do have a decimal, 4.189 feet. Good? All right. Then when we talk about the area of the sector, that means how much pizza I ate, the pizza right here. So the formula tells me it's 1/2 times the r squared times the central angle theta. So what you see is what you got, 1/2 the radius 2 square and times my central angle is 2 pi over 3. Now again, show off, no calculator. So what do we got? You would say that, Miss, oh, look at that, I can do math. 2 bottom, 2 on top, cancel out. So now I got 2 squared is 4 pi over 3. What is my unit? Feet. It's talking about the area, so my unit will be 4 pi over 3 feet square, and this is perfect. And yes, indeed, if you say that, can I give you a decimal? Yes, you can plug it in, and I got 4.189 feet square. Good. All right, one more to show off. So same thing, as you can see that the arc length talking about how far I go. So that is equal to the radius times the central angle. So what you see is what you got. 3, it's my radius, times the angle is pi over 6, which will be 30 degrees, right? So you can say that, oh, housekeeping. Both sides can cancel out, so I got the answer will be pi over 2. And they're talking about meter, so pi over 2 meter, it's my arc length. That is correct. If you insist to give me a decimal, that will be 1.571 meter. Good? All right, how about my area of the sector? So the area of a sector is equal to 1/2 r squared times the central angle. What you see is what you got. 1/2 times 3 squared times my central angle. It's pi over 6. Now, housekeeping. We talk about that bottom, top. So 2 is my bottom, 6 is my bottom. So 2 times 6 become 12. And what do we got on top? 3 squared, it's 9. 9 times pi. So I got 9 pi over 12. Can we consider simplify? Yes, everybody can divide by 3. So I got the final answer will be 3 pi over 4. And what is my unit? It will be meter square. Nothing wrong with this exact value, 3 pi over 4 meters square. And if you want to show off, you can plug in your decimal. You can get me 3 significant, right? So 3 decimal, so 2.356 meters square. And yes, indeed, ooh la la, embrace the technology. But yes, we can do math without calculator. And that's it.